Okay, good morning everyone. Our activity for today would be video conference for contract ID numbers 26-001. Traffic for bypass and diversion roads. GUINAYANGAN-TAGKAWAYAN diversion road, which one? Station 0 plus 448 to station 0 plus 648. For the full project is 2600. Construction of Roma Point Bridge and SRB option pilot sector. Station 1 plus 400, station 1 plus 8, 20, plus 9, plus 1. Next is 26-033 also 038 for General Aguinaldo-MAGALLANESNASUGBU Road, East West Road, for the train station, INDANG CAVITE. Next is 26-0040 for construction of bridge line along Diversion Road, station 0648, station 0 plus 748, Candon, Quezon. And last is 26-042 for road widening, secondary roads along NOVELETA-NAIC-TAGAYTAY Road, kilometer 61 plus 737, and kilometer 0060 plus 215, ay pala po yung last, dami pa. 26-0044, Rosario, Diversion Road, Station 118 plus 547.5 to Station 118 plus 817, construction of bypass Diversion Road. Then 26-0048 for start down to CANDA-HONDAGUA-ROMA, Station 288, 00 to Station 288 plus 562. And then 26-0055 for construction of 5,000 Diversion Road, Diversion Road, Station 121 plus 626.88 to Station 121 plus 687.59. Station 123 plus 038.50 to Station 123 plus 078.50 Batangas. 26-0060 for construction of Department of Labor and Employment, Dole Regional Office for a building, ito po yung City, Laguna. And last but not the least is 26-0064 for construction of Laguna Regional Hospital in Barangay Bay, Laguna. The project 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 17, 10 projects for our Review Conference for today. Today is July 21, 2026. I would like to recognize the presence of our Chairman, Online Siasig Attorney Mananes, and my two gentlemen here, si Sir Levi Tipuna and Sir Jeffrey Hamias for today. And also we have inside of our contractors via Zoom, Representative Sheila Sempuego from Retail Corporation, and Vehicle over general construction iron work to present led by Ms. Lorna Coriado. Okay, let's start automatic credit conference.
Good morning, everyone. I am Engineer Rafael Alarcon from the Maintenance Division. I will present to you the projects under the maintenance. Contract ID number 2060, Fiscal Year 2026 Dpwh Infrastructure Program, Convergence and Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure Project Alleviating Gaps or CBAG, Major Strategic Public Buildings, Facility Structural and Resilience Program. Construction of Department of Labor and Employment, Ridole, Regional Office 4A Building, Tabuyo City, Laguna, 14.253880 degrees and 121.139919 degrees. And contract ID number 2060-00064, Fiscal Year 2026, Dpwh Infrastructure Program, Convergence and Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects Alleviating Gaps, or CPAG, Major Strategic Public Buildings, Facilities, Structural and Resilience Program, Construction of Laguna Regional Hospital in Barangay Puypuy, Bay Laguna, 14.177592 degrees and 121.281810 degrees. Now showing you the items of works. For parking facilities for the engineer, 8.1.178, provision of field office for the engineer, rental basis and permits. Rental of an office space within a minimum floor area of 48 square meters. 8.1.2 sub 4, provision of 4x2 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on fair rental basis vehicle permit. 8.1.4 sub 1, provision of progress photographs per month. Provision of one SLR camera and printing of 3R size progress photographs to record the exact progress of the contract works, photos taken before, during, and after the work implementation, to be submitted per month, duly signed by the contractor provided with albums. Now showing you the common items of Part B, other general requirements. B.5 sub 1, project billboard or signboard, each. Installation of 2 pieces project billboard, one at the beginning and another at the end of the project. B.7 sub 1, occupational safety and health program for LAPSOF. Provision for personal protective equipment or PPE, such as safety helmet, safety shoes, working gloves, dust masks, eye goggles, ear muffs, raincoats, and miscellaneous items such as medicine or medicine cabinet. The contractor shall provide qualified and experienced safety officer and first aider. B.9 sub 1, mobilization demobilization lump sum. And B.20 sub 1, temporary fence lump sum for contract ID number 26B00061. Now showing you the sample of a project billboard. For minimum material testing equipment for medium contractor, for contract ID numbers 2060, 060, and 25 and 2060, 064. For medium contractors, these are the equipment requirements. For contract ID number 160-060, fiscal year 2026 Dpwh Infrastructure Program, Convergence and Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure Project and Elevating Gaps or CPAG, Major Strategic Public Buildings, Facility Structural Resilience Program, Construction of Department of Labor and Employment or DOLE, Regional Office for a Building, Taguyo City, Laguna. Showing you the architectural plans. Now I'm showing you the site development plan, the vicinity map, and location map. Next is the basement plan, the ground floor plan, second floor plan, the third floor plan, fourth floor plan, fifth floor plan, sixth floor plan, and the roof deck plan. Now showing you here is the roof plan and the front elevation, rear elevation, left side elevation, and right side elevation. Now here is the reflected ceiling plan for basement plan. For the ground floor plan for reflected ceiling plan, second floor plan, third floor plan, fourth floor plan, fifth floor plan, sixth floor plan, and the roof deck plan for reflected ceiling plan. Now for the electrical, now showing you the basement lighting layout and the ground floor lighting layout, second floor lighting layout, third floor lighting layout, fourth floor lighting layout, fifth floor lighting layout, sixth floor lighting layout, and the roof deck lighting layout. Now here is the basement power layout, ground floor power layout. Now here is the second floor power layout, third floor power layout, fourth floor power layout, fifth floor power layout, that's the sixth floor power layout, and the roof deck power layout. Now for the plumbing plans. Here showing you the basement cold water line layout, the ground floor cold water line layout, the second floor cold water line layout, third floor cold water line layout, fourth floor cold water line layout, fifth floor cold water line layout, sixth floor cold water line layout, and lastly is the roof cold water line layout. Next is the ground floor sewer line layout, second floor sewer line layout, third floor sewer line layout, fourth floor sewer line layout, fifth floor sewer line layout, sixth floor sewer line layout, and lastly is the basement. Next is for the basement storm drain layout, ground floor storm drain layout, the second floor storm drain layout, third floor storm drain layout, fourth floor storm drain layout, fifth floor storm drain layout, the sixth floor storm drain layout, and lastly is the roof floor storm drain layout. Now here is the isometric layout for the water line and the sewer line. And next is the storm drain isometric layout. Now for the structural plan. Showing you here is the MF1 showing continuous bottom bars detail and MF1 showing continuous top bars detail. Now, showing you the foundation plan and the rebar on materials footing along grade 1 to 6 and rebar on materials footing along grade D to E. Rebar on materials footing along grade A, D. Now showing you the framing plan and the ground floor framing plan. Next is the second floor and third floor framing plan. Fourth floor and fifth floors framing plan. And the sixth floor and the roof deck roof framing plan. Now for the mechanical. Showing you here is the basement floor for AC and ventilation layout. Ground floor AC and ventilation layout. Second floor AC and ventilation layout. Third floor AC and ventilation layout. Fourth floor AC and ventilation layout. Fifth floor AC and ventilation layout. Sixth floor AC and ventilation layout. And the roof deck AC and ventilation layout. Next is the ground floor AC schematic riser diagram. Here is the second floor AC schematic riser diagram. Third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor, sixth floor. Now for the electronics and telecommunications. Showing you here the fire detection and alarm system. Next is the public addressing or background music system. Now showing you the closed circuit television system. And next is a network cabling system. Now for the fire protection. Showing you the basement floor fire protection layout, ground floor fire protection layout, second floor fire protection layout, third floor fire protection layout, fourth floor fire protection layout, fifth floor fire protection layout, sixth floor fire protection layout, and the roof deck fire protection layout. Now for the scope of work. The scope of works for the construction of Department of Labor and Employment or DOLE, Regional Office 4A Building, Cagayan City, Laguna, Phase 3, are the construction of 3 types of board piles. Construction of 10 pieces diameter of 0.8 meters diameter, 25 meters in length board piles. Construction of 3 pieces diameter of 0.8 meter diameter, 25.5 meter in length board pile. Construction of 1 piece diameter of 0.1 meters and 27 meters in length board pile, along with 4 pieces diameter of 1.0 meters diameter board pile and 24 meters in length. Construction of 1 pieces of diameter of 1.0 meters, 25.5 meters in length board piles. Construction of 2 pieces diameter of 1.0 meters, 33 meters in length board pile. Construction of 1 piece diameter of 1.0 meter diameter, else 36 meters in length board pile. Lastly, A 1-piece diameter, 1.8 meters in diameter, 36 meters in length format, and the implementation of high-strain dynamic testing or PDA in original or in ordinary soil condition and the file integrity testing or SONIC, also in ordinary soil condition. Now showing you here is the equipment requirements. Here are the minimum major equipment requirements. Next is the manpower requirements. The minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. The approved budget for the contract is 38,600,000. And the source of fund is fiscal year 2026 GA for Dpwh infrastructure program. The contract duration is 300 calendar days. Now showing you the major category of works and similar categories of works. Next, for contract ID number 2060-64, fiscal year 2026, Dpwh infrastructure program, convergence and special support program, sustainable infrastructure projects, alleviating gaps or CBAM, major strategic public buildings, facilities, structural and resilience program, construction of Laguna Regional Hospital in Barangay Puypuy, Bay, Laguna. Now showing you here is the architectural plan. Here the exterior perspective and the location map and vicinity map. Now here is the site development plan. Here is the ground floor plan, second floor plan, third floor plan, and a typical fourth and fifth floor plan, roof deck floor plan. Now for the structural plan, showing you here is the foundation plan, the shear floor layout, the beam framing plan, retaining wall framing plan, ground floor framing plan, second floor framing plan, third floor framing plan, fourth floor framing plan, fifth floor framing plan, roof deck and roof beam framing plan, roof framing plan. Now for the sanitary plan, showing you here is the drainage, sewer, and vent ground floor plumbing layout. Now here's the second floor plumbing layout, third floor plumbing layout, fourth and fifth floor plumbing layout, roof plumbing layout. Now for the potable and non-potable water, here's the ground floor plumbing layout, second floor plumbing layout, third to fifth floor plumbing layout. And now here is the sewage treatment plan. Now for the electrical plan, showing you is the ground floor lighting layout, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor, and the roof floor lighting layout. And the roof plan lighting protection layout. Now for the ground floor power layout, second floor power layout, third floor power layout, fourth floor power layout, fifth floor power layout, roof plan power layout. Now here's the mechanical plans. Here's the ACU layout for ground floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor. Now for the sprinkler layout for ground floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor, and roof deck. Now here's the pre-action sprinkler diagram. Now for the vacuum layout for ground floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor. Now for the medical gas layout for ground floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor. Now for the scope of work, the scope of work for the construction of Laguna Regional Hospital in Barangay Puy, Laguna involves structural, architectural, sanitary, electrical, and mechanical implementation for the ambulatory building. It consists of all remaining works for the second floor up to the roof deck and trusses, paired with architectural finishing that includes plastering walls, roofing installation, and roof deck waterproofing. The sanitary scope covers the installation of a sewage treatment plant or the STP and sister tap, along with drainage, sewer, and water lines. The scope also includes electrical line and power distribution system works, as well as mechanical installation of the automatic farm sprinkler system or AFSS. Now here's the minimum major equipment requirements for the following. Now for the minimum work experience requirement for the key personnel. Approved budget for the contract is 259,973,895 pesos. The source of fund is fiscal year 2026 GAA for Dpwh infrastructure program. The contract duration is 300 calendar days. Now showing you here is the major category of works and the similar categories of works. That's all for the maintenance for the state.
Dai bagi ông
Hindi po siya nakapag-present. Ino-present.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dpwh from Construction Division. I will be presenting the technical components of the project implemented in this division. Starting with contract ID number 26B038, General AGUINALDO-MAGALLANESNASUGBU East-West Road, Station 56 plus 863 to Station 56 plus 976. Station 57 plus 016 to Station 57 plus 130. Station 57 plus 180 to Station 7 plus 565. Station 57 plus 650 to Station 58 plus 008. Station 58 plus 198 to Station 58 plus 538. Station 58 plus 608 to Station 59 plus 148. Station 60 plus 007 to Station 60 plus 100. Station 60 plus 532 to Station 60 plus 595 in the Cavite. Next is contract ID number 263040, construction of bridge 1 along GUINAYANGAN-TAGKAWAYAN Diversion Road, Station 0 plus 648 to Station 0 plus 748, Tagkawayan, Quezon. Next is contract ID number 263042, NOVELETA-NAIC-TAGAYTAY Road, kilometer 61 plus 737 to Station kilometer 63 plus 215. Next is contract ID number 263044, Padre Garcia Rosario Diversion Road, Station 118 plus 547.5 to Station 118 plus 870, Batangas. Next is contract ID number 263012, Widening, GUINAYANGAN-TAGKAWAYAN Diversion Road, Bridge 1, Station 0 plus 548 to Station 0 plus 648. Contract ID number 263023, Widening, construction of Promo Point Bridge along MSR, JCT, CANDA-HONDAGUA-ROMA Point Road, Station 1 plus 400 to Station 1 plus 820, Quezon, Quezon. Next is contract ID number 263048, MSR, JCT, CANDA-HONDAGUA-ROMA Point Road, Station 288 plus 0 to Station 288 plus 562. Contract ID number 263055, Padre Garcia Diversion Road, Station 121 plus 626.80 to Station 121 plus 687.99 to Station 123 plus 038.5 to Station 123 plus 078.5, Batangas. For the items of part 8.1.18, provision of field office for the engineer rental basis per month. 8.1.22, provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis vehicle 1 for contract ID number 263048. 8.1.24, provision of 4x2 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis vehicle 1 for contract ID number 263038, 263040, 263042, 263044, 26D012, 26D023, and 26D055. 8.1.41, provision of progress photographs per month. Common items on Part B, other general requirements, B.5, project billboard or sign voltage. B.71, occupational safety and health program month. B.8, traffic management month for contract ID number 26D038. 26D042, 26D044, and 26D048. B.9, mobilization and demobilization lump sum. B.18.1, Greenway lump sum for contract ID number 26D055. B.22, support equipment lump sum for contract ID number 26D040, 26D012, and 26D023. Showing you the Dpwh standard project billboard layout. For the minimum material testing equipment for medium contractors, for contract ID number 26D038, 26D040, 26D042, 26D044, 26D012, 26D023, 26D048, and 26D055. Showing the minimum major equipment requirements. Contract ID number 26D038, General Aguinaldo-Magallanes-Nasugbu Road, East West Road, Station 56 plus 863 to Station 56 plus 976, Station 57 plus 016 to Station 57 plus 130, Station 57 plus 180 to Station 57 plus 565, Station 57 plus 650 to Station 58 plus 008, Station 58 plus 198 to Station 58 plus 538, Station 58 plus 608 to Station 59 plus 148, Station 60 plus 007 to Station 60 plus 100, Station 60 plus 532 to Station 60 plus 595 in Indang, Cavite. Show me the vicinity map and key map. The layout, straight line diagram, typical cross sections, for the scope of work, construction of 4-lane concrete road and open road to concrete, and construction of a 4-lane concrete road, gravel road to concrete. Show me the minimum major equipment requirements. For the manpower requirements, show me the minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel. The approved budget for the contract is 100,591,600 pesos, and the source of fund is FY 2026 GA for Dpwh infra program, and the contract duration is 300 calendar days. Show me the major and similar categories of works. Next is contract ID number 263040. Construction of Bridge 1 along GUINAYANGAN-TAGKAWAYAN Diversion Road, Station 0 plus 648 to Station 0 plus 748, Tagkawayan, Quezon. Showing you the general elevation. For the scope of work, limited to the construction of the superstructure of the bridge, Pier 2, composed of the construction of pier head, the construction of reinforced concrete blocks, girder panels, installation, tensioning, grouting of pre-stretching steel box girder, and other miscellaneous items of work. Showing the minimum major equipment requirements. For the manpower requirement, show me the minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel. The approved budget for the contract is 148,500,000 pesos. The source of fund is FY 2026 GA for Dpwh infra program. The contract duration is 300 calendar days. Showing you the major and similar categories of works. Next is contract ID number 263042, NOVELETA-NAIC-TAGAYTAY, kilometer 61 plus 737 to station 2 kilometers 63 plus 215. Showing you the vicinity map and key map. The layout map. Typical cross section. For the scope of work, road widening of using Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced, 0.28 meter deep, 14 days. Aggregate sub-base force, 0.15 meter deep. Installation of regulatory signs, concrete curb and gutter precast. Installation of pipe culvert class 2 RCPC on both sides and sidewalk, 100 mm thick. Showing you the minimum major equipment requirements. For the manpower requirement, showing you the minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel. The approved budget for the contract is 50,373,000 pesos. The source of fund is FY 2026 GA for Dpwh infra program, and the contract duration is 285 calendar days. Showing you the major and similar categories of works. Next is contract ID number 263044, Padre Garcia Rosario Diversion Road, Station 118 plus 547.5 to Station 118 plus 870, Batangas. Showing you the vicinity map and key map. Layout map and straight line diagram. Typical roadway section. Tunnel profile. For the scope of work, construction of 4-lane road opening up the road concreting with PCC pavement unreinforced 0.28 meter thick. Portland cement road mix base force 0.15 meter thick. 1.5 meters width gravel shoulder and slope protection using beacons on both sides. showing the minimum major equipment requirements. For the manpower requirement, showing the minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel. The approved budget for the contract is 46,369,215 pesos. The source of fund is FY 2026 JA for Dpwh Infra Program. And the contract duration is 270 calendar days. Showing in the major and similar categories of works. Next is contract item number 26-012, repeating GUINAYANGAN-TAGKAWAYAN Diversion Road, Bridge 1, Station 0 plus 548 to Station 0 plus 648. Showing you the location map, vicinity map, and perspective. General plan and general elevation. General section of pier. For the scope of work, limited to the construction of the superstructure of the bridge at Pier 4, composed of the construction of pier head, the construction of reinforced concrete packs, girder balance, and other miscellaneous items of work. Showing the minimum major equipment requirements. For the manpower requirement, showing the minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel. The approved budget for the contract is 46,369,215 pesos. The resource of fund is FY 2026 GA for Dpwh Infra Program. And the contract duration is 225 calendar days. Showing you the major and similar categories of works. Next is contract item number 26-023, remedying construction of Roma Bridge along MSRGC CANDA-HONDAGUA-ROMA Point Road, Station 1 plus 400 to Station 1 plus 820, QUEZON. Showing you the location map, Diversion map, and key map. Layout plan and vicinity map. General plan and elevation for Pier 21 and 22. General plan and elevation. Pier 21 board pile details. Pier 22 board pile details. Support equipment illustration. For the scope of work, construction of board piles. Showing you the minimum major equipment requirements. For the manpower requirement, showing the minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel. For the approved budget for the contract is 297 million. And the source of fund is FY 2026 GA for Dpwh Infra Program. And the contract duration is 300 calendar days. Showing you the major and similar categories of works. Next is contract ID number 26-048, MSRGC CANDA-HONDAGUA-ROMA Point Road, Station 288 plus 0 to Station 288 plus 562. Showing the vicinity map and key map. Layout plan and straight line diagram. Typical roadway section. Plan and profile. For the scope of work, opening of 4-lane gravel road and construction of 2-lane concrete road. Showing the minimum major equipment requirements. For the manpower requirement, showing the minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel. The The approved budget for the contract is 46,369,215 pesos. The source of fund is 8.2026 GA for Dpwh income program. The contract duration is 270 calendar days. Showing you the major and similar categories of works. Next is contract item number 26-055, Padre Garcia Iba and Diversion Road. Station 121+626.18 to Station 121+687.99 to Station 123+038.5 to Station 123+078.5 Batangas. Showing the vicinity map, Calabarzon map, map and bridge layout map. General plan and general elevation. General section. The scope of work, bridge line, the scope of work should include the fabrication and launching of type 6 bridge test concrete girders, the construction of cast in place reinforced concrete deck slab and back walls, approach slabs, reinforced concrete sidewalls, post and rail barriers and diaphragms. The work shall also include the construction of storm protection structure at both abutments of the 40-meter single span bridge. Bridge 8, the scope of work shall include the construction of vertical foundation for the two-span bridge. The work shall include the installation of 1.5 meter diameter board piles at abutment 8, 5 of 1.8 meter diameter board piles at Pier 1, including a pier column with a height of 2.37 meters, and 4 of 1.8 meter diameter board piles at abutment B, to facilitate the movement and operation of construction equipment during the execution of the works. An embankment type crane way shall also be constructed within the project site. Showing the minimum major equipment requirements. For the manpower requirements, showing the minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel. The approved budget for the contract is 115,593,490 pesos. The source of fund is FY 2026 JA for Dpwh income program, and the contract duration is 270 calendar days. Showing the major and similar categories of works. That will be all for technical components. Thank you.
Any question? Wala po. Namin ito. Natin kung abang na yung natin. Wala doon. If there is no more question, we can go on with our second part of the agenda.
Nakaduplicate pa rin. Kasi tayo duplicate. Kita nga din, pero
Ito na po. I-explain na po. Tapos X na lang po muna po. Yung technical po kasi. Yun din. This ko lang siya.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mira Pangwan from Construction Division, and I'll be discussing the legal and financial components of the projects that will be handled by Maintenance and Construction Division. For reading the sheet, item class number 1.1, the procuring entities, Department of Public Works and Highways, Regional Office number 42. The project title is as discussed previously. Item class number 2, the funding source is 2.1. The GOP through the source of funding as indicated below for FY 2026 GA8 in the amount of, as discussed previously. 2.2, the source of funding is NGA, the General Appropriations Act or Special Appropriations. Item class number 3.1, no further instructions. Item class number 5.2, bidding is restricted to eligible bidders as defined in ITB clause 5.2. ITB clause 5.4, contracts similar to the project shall be those described as follows. Number 1, the following is the major category of works involved in the contract to be bid. Number 2, the following are the similar categories of works that shall be considered in the evaluation of the work experience required with the contract to be bid. ITB clause number 7, operating instructions. ITB clause number 8.1, subcontracting is not allowed. ITB clause number 8.3, not applicable. ITB clause number 8.4, subcontracting is not allowed. ITB clause number 9.1, the procuring entity will hold a pre-bid conference for this project on July 21, 2026 at 10 a.m. at Bidding Room, Dpwh Regional Office 4A, Canlubang Interchange, Barangay Mayapa, City of Calamba, Laguna, and or through video conferencing via Zoom and live stream on YouTube. ITB clause number 10.1, the procuring entity's address is Edward Martin M. Mananes, BAC Chairperson, telephone number 049-348-10219. Email address procurement_R4A@dpwh.gov.ph. ITB clause number 12.1H. Readers are also required to submit the following documents. Number 1, latest General Information Sheet or GIS, reflecting the beneficial ownership information or BOI, duly received by the Securities of Exchange Commission (SEC) for corporations, and number 2, valid ISO 9001/2015 certification or its latest versions, issued by an accredited certification body when applicable pursuant to Department Order Number 1100 Series of 2024 for bidders classified the following bid club size, range, and participating in infrastructure projects within the corresponding approved budget for the contract or ABC. For large A, more than 300 million pesos, but less than 450 million pesos, effective January 1, 2025. Medium B, more than 150 million pesos, but less than 300 million pesos, effective July 1, 2025. Medium A, more than 30 million, but less than 150 million pesos, effective January 1, 2026. For large B, contractors ISO 9001-2015, certification shall continue to be required for infrastructure projects costing 300 million pesos and above. Failure to submit any of the foregoing documents when applicable shall be a ground for disqualification. ITB clause number 12.1 H2. The minimum work experience requirements for key personnel are the following. Include the tax identification number or PIN of key personnel, accredited safety officer required upon issuance of notice of award subject to DO 98 series of 2014, submission of construction safety and health program approved by the Department of Labor and Employment or DOLE, first aider with certificate of training issued by Red Cross in compliance to DOLE requirements for the approval of construction safety and health program required upon issuance of notice of award subject to DO 98 series of 2014. Submission of construction safety and health program approved by the Department of Labor and Employment or DOLE. The key personnel should meet the following number of years work experience. Number 1, the experience means total years of civil work experience of any nature in construction and engineering consultancy services. Number 2, compliance to DO number 169 series of 2025, guidelines on the accreditation and assignment of contractors and consultants, project engineers. Number 3, compliance to DO 98 series of 2016, revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors and consultants, materials engineer. Number 4, include the contact number of the materials engineer. For ITB class number 12.1 H3, please refer to DO 11 series of 2017 for the minimum materials testing equipment and DO 127 series of 2018. Strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the Dpwh. ITB class number 12.4, the ABC, as discussed previously, and the bid with the financial component exceeding this amount shall not be accepted. ITB class number 14.1, the bid prices shall be for the Philippine peso. ITB class number 14.3 is not applicable. ITB class number 15.1, bids will be valid for 120 calendar days from bid opening. ITB class number 16.1, the bid security shall be the form of a bid security declaration or any of the following. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's check, or manager's check. The amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is a backdraft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit or surety bond. ITB clause number 16.2. The bid security shall be valid until 120 calendar days from the bid opening. ITB clause number 16.3. In case of extension of bid validity and bid security validity period, substitution of the bid security form is allowed. Bid security declaration in the following forms may be used. Letter E, cash or cashier's or manager's check issued by the bank. B, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit issued by a bank, provided, however, that it shall be confirmed or authenticated by a local bank, if issued by a foreign bank. Letter C, surety bond kalawalakan naman, issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security. Item clause number 19. The address For submission of bids is Bidding Room, Dpwh Regional Office 4A, Tandubang Interchange, Barangay Mayapa, City of Calapay, Laguna, and electronically should be submitted at electronicbids_R4A at dpwh.gov.ph. The deadline for submission of bids is August 4, 2026 at 10 a.m. for the contract ID numbers 26D038, 26D040, 26D042, 26D044, and 26D060. August 6, 2026 at 10 a.m. for contract ID numbers 26D012, 26D023, 26D048, 26D055, and 26D064. For bids to be submitted electronically online, the following procedure should be observed following DO 87-2020. IDB class number 21.5, no further instructions. 22.1, the date and time of bid opening is August 6, 2026 at 10 a.m. The place of bid opening is Bidding Room, Dpwh Regional Office 4A, Tandubang Interchange, Barangay Mayapa, City of Calapay, Laguna. 22.2B, not applicable. For IDB clause number 25.3B1, 25.3B3, 25.3B, no further instructions. LTRB is the award criterion. 25.3C1, not applicable. 25.5A, partial bid is not allowed. The infrastructure project is packaged in a single lot and the land shall not be divided into sublots for the purpose of bidding, evaluation, and contract award. In all cases, the NFCC computation, if applicable, must be sufficient for all the lots or contracts to be awarded to the bidder. IDB clause number 25.5B, bid connection shall be allowed. IDB clause number 25.6, no further instructions. 26.1, none except for permits or licenses expired during the bid evaluation and post-qualification stage. For IDB clause number 29.3F, additional contract documents relevant to project are construction schedule and estimate, manpower schedule, construction methods, equipment utilization schedule, and construction site and hall program approved by the procuring entity. 30.2, not applicable. 30.3, the performance security shall be in the form, number 1, the amount of not less than 10% of contract price. If performance security is in cash, cashier's check, manager's check, bank check, or a guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit. Number 2, the amount of not less than 30% of contract price if performance security is sure demand. For special conditions of contract, GCC clause number 1.1, the intended completion date. 1.2, the procuring entity is Department of Public Works and Highways, Regional Office number 4A. 1.3, the site is located as discussed previously. 1.4, the start date should not be later than 7 calendar days from its issuance date of receipt of the notice to proceed. 1.5, the works consist as discussed previously. 2.2, not applicable. 5.1, the procuring entity shall give possession of all parts of the site to the contractor upon the receipt of the notice to proceed. 6.5, the contractor shall employ the following key personnel: project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, construction safety officer, foreman, and geodetic engineer. 7.1, further instructions. 8.1, the amount of the advance payment is 15% of the contract amount in lump sum. 9.1, materials and equipment delivered on site but not yet incorporated in the work shall be excluded for payment. 9.4, the advance payment shall be repaid by the contractor by deducting 15% from his periodic previous payment, a percentage equal to the percentage of the total contract price used for the advance payment. GCC class number 12.7, no further instruction. 13.1, decide investigation reports and land. 15.3, no further instructions. GCC class number 15.5, in case of seven permanent structures, such as buildings of type 1, 2, and 3, as classified under the National Building Code of the Philippines, concrete or asphalt roads, concrete river control, drainage, irrigation light canal, river landing, deep wells, ramp causeway, pedestrian overpass, and other similar semi-permanent structures, fibers for the contract ID numbers 2060-038, 2060-042, and 2060-044. In case of permanent structures, such as buildings of types 4 and 5, as classified under the National Building Code of the Philippines, and other structures made of steel, iron, or concrete, which comply with relevant structural codes, Dpwh standard specifications, such as but not limited to steel concrete bridges, flyovers, aircraft, movement areas, ports, dams, tunnel, filtration and treatment plants, sewage system, power plants, transmission and communication towers, railway system, and other similar permanent structures for 15 years. For the contract ID numbers 2060-040, 2060-060, 2060-012, 2060-023, 2060-048, 2060-055, and 2060-064. For ITV class number 19.2, no further instructions. ITV GCC class number 20, if the contractor is a joint venture, all partners to the joint venture shall be jointly and severally liable to the procuring entity. 25D, no further instructions. 27.2, violations which will warrant suspension, which may include, but is not limited to the following violations below. A, the failure of the contractor, due solely to its fault or negligence, to mobilize and start work or performance within the specified period in the notice of receipt and PT. Letter B, failure by the contractor to fully and faithfully comply with its contractual obligations without valid cause, or failure by the contractor to comply with a written lawful instruction to the procuring entity or its representatives pursuant to the implementation of the contract. For the procurement of infrastructure projects or consultancy contracts, lawful instruction included by are not limited to the following. Number 1, employment of competent technical personnel, competent engineers, and work supervisors. Number 2, provision of warning signs and barricades in accordance with approved plans and specifications and contract provisions. Number 3, stockpiling in proper places of all materials and removal from the project site of waste and excess materials, including broken pavement and excavated debris in accordance with approved plans and specifications and contract provisions. 4, the employment of committed equipment, facilities, support staff, and manpower. Number 5, renewal of the effectivity dates and the performance security after its expiration during the course of contract implementation. Letter C, assignment and subcontracting of the contract or any part thereof, or substitution of key personnel named in the proposal without prior written approval by the procuring entity. D, poor performance by the contractor or unsatisfactory quality and progress of work arising from its fault or negligence as reflected in the CPES rating sheet. In the absence of the CPES rating sheet, the existing performance monitoring system of the procuring entity shall be applied. Any of the following acts by the contractor shall be construed as poor performance. Number 1, negative slippage of 15% and above within the critical part of the project due internally to the fault or negligence of the contractor. Number 2, quality of materials and workmanship not complying with the approved specifications arising from the contractor's fault or negligence. Letter E, willful or deliberate abandonment or non-performance of the project or contract by the contractor, resulting substantial breach thereof without lawful and just cause. In addition to the penalty of suspension, the performance security posted by the contractor shall also be forfeited.
GCC Clause 31.1. Day works are applicable at the rate shown in the contractor's original bid. GCC Clause 33.1. The contractor shall submit the program of work to the procuring entity within 10 calendar days of delivery from the notice of award. GCC Clause 33.3. The period between program of work updates in 1 month or 30 days. The amount to be withheld for late submission of an updated program of work is 1% of every progress billing of the contractor. GCC Clause 36.3. The funding source is the government of the Philippines. GCC Clause 43.1. The percentage to apply to the value of the work not completed is at least 1/10 of 1% of the cost of the unperformed portion of every day of delay. GCC Clause 44.5. Cases when extension of program time may be granted which may include the enumeration below. A. Rainy and workable days considered unfavorable for the prosecution of the works at the site. Based on the actual conditions obtained at the site, in excess of the number of rainy and workable days predetermined by the procuring entity in relation to the original contract time during the conduct of detailed engineering and in the preparation of the contract documents as agreed upon by the parties before contract perfection, and or B. Major calamities such as exceptionally destructive typhoons, floods, and earthquakes and epidemics. C. Delay attributes to the procuring entity such as non-delivery on time of materials, working drawings, or written information to be furnished by the procuring entity. Non-acquisition of permit to enter private properties or non-execution of deed of sale or donation within the right of way resulting in complete paralyzation of construction activities, and D. Other meritorious causes as determined by the procuring entity and approved by the HOPE, such as shortage of construction materials, general labor strikes, and peace and order problems that disrupt construction operations through no fault of the contractor may be considered as additional grounds for extension of contract time provided they are publicly open and certified by appropriate government agencies such as DTI, DOLE, DILG, and DND among others. 48.1. The date by which operating and maintenance manuals are required is 30 calendar days. The date by which as-built drawings are required is 30 calendar days. 48.2. The amount to be withheld for failing to produce as-built drawings and or operating and maintenance manuals by the date required is 10% of the final contract price. Now for the bid security. Bidders are allowed to choose any of the following forms: cash or cashier's or manager's check issued by the bank 2% of ABC, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit issued by the bank, provided, however, that it shall be confirmed or authenticated by the local bank if issued by a foreign bank 5% of ABC. Surety bond fallable upon demand, issued by a surety or insurance company domiciled certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to be issued such security 5% of ABC, and the security declaration. Now for the submission of bids, important notice: bids and bid securities shall be valid within 120 calendar days from the opening of bids. The amount of cash, cashier checks, manager's check, 2% of ABC are contract ID number 2060-038 is equivalent to 2,011,832. Contract ID number 2060-040, 2,970,000 pesos. Contract ID number 2060-042 is equal to 1,007,460 pesos. Contract ID number 2060-044 is 927,384.30 centavos. Contract ID number 2060-060 is equal to 772,000 pesos. Contract ID number 2060-012 is equivalent to 927,384 pesos and 30 centavos. Contract ID number 2060-023 is equivalent to 5,940,000. Contract ID number 2060-048 is equivalent to 927,384 pesos and 30 centavos. Contract ID number 2060-055 is equivalent to 2,311,869 pesos and 80 centavos. Contract ID number 2060-064 is equivalent to 5,199,177 pesos and 90 centavos. Now for the amount of bank guarantee revocable letter of credit surety bond 5% of ABC. Contract ID number 2060-038 is equivalent to 5,029,580 pesos. Contract ID number 2060-040 is equivalent to 7,425,000. Contract ID number 2060-042 is equivalent to 2,580,650 pesos. Contract ID number 2060-044 is equal to 2,380,460 pesos and 75 centavos. Contract ID number 2060-060 is equivalent to 1,930,000 pesos. Contract ID number 2060-012 is equivalent to 2,380,460 pesos and 75 centavos. Contract ID number 2060-023 is equivalent to 14,850,000 pesos. Contract ID number 2060-048 is equivalent to 2,380,460 pesos and 75 centavos. Contract ID number 2060-055 is equivalent to 5,779,674 pesos and 50 centavos. Contract ID number 2060-054 is equivalent to 12,998,694 pesos and 75 centavos. Now, for the objectives of legal and technical reports of the bill proposal. Here are the checklists of the technical and financial documents. Now for the submission of bids. One envelope system. Documentary requirements duly signed, paginated with ear tags, and booked by for technical and financial envelopes original. One original and one duplicate copy for technical and financial placed in one sealed envelope. The payment process of bidding documents is Monday to Thursday at 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. On Fridays, it's 8 a.m. to 12 noon. The bidding date is August 4, 2026 at 10 a.m. for contract ID numbers 2060-038, 2060-040, 2060-042, 2060-044, and 2060-060. And August 6, 2026 at 10 p.m. for contract ID numbers 2060-012, 2060-023, 2060-048, 2060-055, and 2060-064. The cost of bidding documents for contract ID number 2060-038 is 50,000. 26D040 is 50,000. 26D042 is 50,000. 26D044 and 26D60 is 25,000. 26D012 is 25,000. 26D023 is 50,000. 26D048 is 25,000. 26D055 is 50,000 and 26D064 is 50,000. Important notice: the net financial contracting capacity or NFCT of the bidder shall be used in the eligibility processing. Prospective bidders must have an NFCT at least equal to the ABC to be procured as follows. IRR Section 23.5.206. NFCT is equal to the current assets minus current liabilities times 15, or the values of portions of all outstanding works under the bidder's ongoing contracts, including awarded contracts to be started, which portion coincide with the contract to be bid. Credit line commitment shall no longer be accepted per GPPB Resolution Number 20/2013, dated July 30, 2013, and Department Order Number 27, Series of 2014, dated March 26, 2014. In the NFCT, the fixed factor of 15 shall be used in the computation of NFCT regardless of the contract duration. Where experienced in similar contracts, prospective bidder must have done a single largest completed program LSCT similar to the contract to be procured, and whose value at the current prices is at least 50% of the ABC to be bid. That's all for the legal and financial presentation. Thank you.
At this point, we would like to recognize the presence of our CCWI representative, Ms. Margaret Fernandez. Good morning, everyone. Not observer. And since we have no more, any questions from
Sa Zoom wala.
That's all for today. And our very conference